Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's Amiibo here, and today we are doing a new games I played video. So before the Switch 2 came out, I was doing these monthly, and then the Switch 2 came out, and I started doing individual videos on basically every single game that was coming to Switch 2, and there was no room for me to do a whole other video kind of regurgitating the same talking points, but I have not been doing that the past couple of months, so I decided I would bring this back and talk about the games I played in the month of October. October's been a weird month for me in that I actually got through some pretty big heavy hitters in terms of big RPGs this month. I did post a review of FF Tactics. We'll talk a little bit about that, but also Trails in the Sky. I wrapped up my first Trails game, of course, Pokémon Legends ZA. But then in the second half of the month, I've been playing a lot of smaller games, some more digital tier titles like PVZ and Ball Pit. So a lot to talk about in today's video. Of course, if you are new here and you enjoy video game discussions like this, I would appreciate you liking the video and subscribing. Let's get into it. And yeah, of course, as always, let me know what you guys have been playing in the comments down below. I love hearing all the random games people are bringing out of their backlog. Maybe it's a new release. That's fine too. For me, it actually is mostly new releases this time around, a couple of smaller things. But also, and this is why I'm such a proponent of the remaster remake as a YouTuber. It's so nice when a game is remastered or remade, and I can justify going back and playing it. One, because I want to, obviously, that's always the most important thing, but also then it's like in the conversation, it makes it a little bit easier. My friends are playing it or something, we can talk about it. We'll start in order here, and as I mentioned, I did do a full review of Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. Most of my playtime in this was in September, but I did finish it up in October. This is a fantastic game. I really could not believe how much I loved Final Fantasy Tactics. In the last pickups video you saw, I got every version of the game because this is a game I plan on replaying many times over the years, over my life, I guess. I got the PS4 import so I can platinum it again. I got the platinum trophy, of course. Ramza and Delita's story with all of the villains and the such a rich world Ivalice and Final Fantasy Tactics has. The job system, I mean, what hasn't been said about it already? It's such a satisfying gameplay loop of leveling up your jobs, getting the job points, unlocking abilities, switching to a different job, and then kind of grinding that out. I love the presentation. The voice acting in this remake is phenomenal. Just a 10 out of 10 recommend for me. Like, genuinely, I think it is a masterpiece game. That's someone who has no nostalgia for it, right? I never played Tactics until this year, and I love it that much. So highly recommend this game on any platform, wherever you can play it. It's on Switch 2, it's on Switch, it's on PS4 digitally, or once again, physically if you import it. I think it's also on Xbox and Steam. So yeah, definitely recommend this if you can find the time for it. This is one of my favorite games of the year. Now, the next game I played, I actually platinumed, and this one had a funny story. So we're talking about Trails in the Sky first chapter. I do not have a physical copy here. I had pre-ordered the Bracer edition or whatever from a limited run, and that has still not come. I've seen some people posting their images of it. It's the fact that I got the platinum trophy before my limited run order even came. It's kind of sad, to be honest. So I had bought it through them. I was gonna play it. That was supposed to ship on day one. Then that didn't happen, so I bought it on Switch. And then I was like, you know what? I really want to get the platinum in this game. I want to go for the platinum 100% it. And I ended up buying it digitally on PS5. I know, kind of crazy. So that's where I played it through, have like, I don't know, 60, 70 hours, something like that. It required multiple playthroughs, although for those subsequent playthroughs, I was kind of just speeding through. This one I still might do a full review on. Let me know if you want to see that, kind of as my first Trails game, my second Falcom experience. Trails in the Sky is really special. That is a really good game. I don't know if I would say it's like, oh, this is one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. Maybe I will grow even fonder of it as I play through more of the subsequent entries and I get even more attached to the characters. It is a very slow game, and honestly, it's kind of hard to recommend because of that. Usually we play JRPGs and we have these insane stories about, taking down a god or something, changing the world. Trails in the Sky is very slice of life. It's a slice of life RPG, basically, right? You have Estelle and Joshua and your party of characters that you meet throughout each chapter, and you're just kind of going through solving pretty mundane tasks, all things considered, by the end of the game. And I actually recorded my reaction to the ending because it has a crazy ending. I was thinking about maybe posting that here just unlisted. If you guys want to see that, I could do that as well. If you're a big Trails fan and you want to see my reaction to it. The ending of the game is awesome. Like, and that is like that in true JRPG fashion, like, oh crap, stuff is going down right now. But the rest of the game is very slow burn. But I personally love a slow burn story in a TV show, a movie series, whatever. And as someone who has been wanting to get into Trails for so long now, for like, 7 years or so, I knew it was going to be a commitment getting into it. And if I already enjoyed this game and the story and characters, and I mean, the music in this game is fantastic. There's not a lot of it, right? There's a lot of repeating tracks, but that kind of like drills it into your skull a little bit more. And it kind of just, I don't know, I'm like 3 weeks removed now from this game, and I'm still like humming the themes and stuff. And like the different, scenic routes and everything. But since I already really enjoyed this game, I can't imagine how much I'll enjoy the payoff. I know people say Trails of Cold Steel 4 is like a big end game moment for this franchise, but even stuff like Reverie that I know a little bit about, I don't really know too many spoilers. I just know kind of general like arc setups, like Crossbell is Zero and Azure, and Cold Steel, of course, and then Reverie is kind of like an interlude kind of game, and then the new arc with Daybreak. So I don't really know much about Sky SC or Sky Third. I'm gonna try and hold out for the remakes, I think, because I would like to also platinum those. Unfortunately, there's no way to play those original versions. I don't mind going back to the old graphics or anything. I just want the platinum trophies, to be honest. So I'm gonna try to hold out for the remake. I think there might be Vita versions of those games that have a platinum and like a fan patch. I might do that because I really want to see more, right? Like the first game ends on a pretty big cliffhanger. I would like to see more and get right into that second entry. But Trails in the Sky, first Trails game, really enjoyed it. I might do a full dedicated review, maybe even go into some spoiler talk. If you want to see that, definitely let me know. That is not the only Falcom game I've been playing, though. I've actually been playing 3 Falcom games this month. So, of course, Trails in the Sky, first chapter, platinumed it, loved it. I've also been playing, I got sent a code for Ys versus Trails in the Sky. Now, this has been weird because I'm trying to avoid spoilers, and this game very much has spoilers in it for Sky, SC, and Third, as far as I can tell. Now, I don't know the context of these spoilers, but I'm seeing Estelle and Joshua in these new outfits and stuff, and I'm seeing these characters that are clearly from these games that I'm not really that familiar with. I haven't been paying too much attention to the story, I'll be honest. When I'm clicking through the story, I've been kind of just looking away. I'm like, I don't want to engage right now. I'll come back, do the stories again later once I have more context. Frankly, I probably should not play it at all until I wrap up at least the first 3 Sky games, but I got sent a code for it. I wanted to check it out. This is what I imagine Power Stone is. I've never played Power Stone, but it's basically this kind of top-down 3D platform fighter where you can jump, you can dash, you can attack with circle, but also you press R1, you have your 4 special attacks as well. Then you have an ultimate attack. It's weird. This seems like a really good remaster. So if this was a PSP game originally, maybe also on PC, I'm not sure. It's weird because I feel like I don't think the game is actually that good, like, mechanically. Like, it's fine, it's enough, right? It's definitely a product of, like, a PSP game, right? Like, it is a PSP-ass game. But the remaster itself, I feel like they did a really good job with. They added rollback netcode, of course, full voice acting, I don't think was in the original. They updated some of the character art and stuff, but it still maintains that very 2000s anime styling, which is really cool. But then the gameplay is like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't think I would recommend this game to someone who's not already super into Trails and Ys. So make of it what you will. It's cool that it got remastered. I'm happy that it seems like a very good remaster, and I think maybe I will appreciate it more once I actually play through the rest of the Trails games and get a little bit more context for some of these Ys characters. Because the only Ys game I've played up to this point is Nordics. So probably not the person to be playing it, quite frankly. But it's fine. Cool to see like a PSP era game come back with a pretty good remaster. I do appreciate it from that lens. I haven't finished it by any means. I've only done, I think I did the Adel story, and I did the Estelle story, and I started a third character. I think his name is like Gaius or something. I don't even remember, to be honest. And a couple arcade runs. My plan eventually is honestly to platinum this as well, but I think I'm going to wait until I play through the other games in the Trail series, at least, the Sky games, and then come back to this, platinum it, and that'll be a lot of fun. There is also online, although kind of already dead. Like, I haven't been able to find matches very easily. So weird there, but yeah, solid remaster. I think it's like refint games, refined games, something like that. Shout out to them once again for the code. But like I said, that is not the only Falcom game I've been playing. I have been on an absolute Falcom binge this month. I also started up, and I'm about halfway through Ys-Memoir, The Oath in Felghana now. Ys, like I said, I've played through Ys 10 Nordics. That's the only one I have much experience with. I played a little bit of 8 a couple of years back. This, I believe, you can correct me, is Ys 3, I want to say, but they completely remade it. They made it, more action RPG in its nature. Originally, it was a 2D platformer, I want to say, back when it came out in the 80s or 90s, whenever. It's fine. I think what I'm learning with Ys is that Ys is not going to be a series where I play a game and I'm like, oh, that's one of my favorite games of all time. That's like a top tier game. They're just solid action RPGs, right? And that's not a bad thing, especially with this. I saw the how long to beat for this is like, I don't know, 7 hours or something. Like nothing about it particularly stands out to me as like this amazing story or, characters, music, just solid. Gameplay is, fine, if not a little basic. I don't know. I'm liking this. And I did enjoy East 10 Nordics a lot last year when I played it. It's just like, they're a little like, I don't want to say cookie cutter because that sounds so negative, but they kind of feel like run of the mill action RPG. Someone's gonna watch this and be like, dude, you're so out of your depth. You're so wrong. I love Ys. And I want to be clear, I am enjoying the game, but I don't know if one of these games is gonna end up in my top 10 of the year at any point, right? But enjoyable. Gonna finish that up. Go for the platinum. I saw the platinum for this requires like 7 different runs or something, but the game gets so much faster on New Game Plus that apparently it's not even really a factor. I do have the big box for this that it came with. I took it out of that. I put that away because those things are really annoying. Just nice to have like the actual case on the shelf, so yeah, shout out to Oath NFL Ghana. I'm gonna finish this up. Play Memories of, is it Selkeda? I would assume Celceta. That's coming to Switch 2, or no, sorry, Switch 1 next year. I'll probably get it on PS4 or honestly maybe even Vita. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, I'm enjoying Ys. I'm enjoying my journey through Ys. Just not like, blown away by these games or anything. Okay, this might be a little bit of a weird edit. But I need to show you my recording setup since we got this little guy. He has been nonstop. He sits right in between the keyboard and the screen, and sometimes he'll sit on the keyboard. So I love you, dude. He's a really good cat. I love that he likes to sit on the desk with me, but it does kind of make things a little bit harder sometimes. But now we can make a hard shift in terms of what we are talking about, tactics, all these Falcom games. Battlefield 6. So Battlefield 6 came out on October 10th, and I got bitten by the bug. My friend Tucker was like, "Hey man, we should get Battlefield 6," and I was like, "I don't know if I want to get Battlefield 6." I ended up buying Battlefield 6 immediately. This was right before ZA was coming out, and I really just wanted something to pass the time before it released. And Battlefield kind of have a complicated relationship with. I like COD. I'm a COD guy. I've always liked Call of Duty more, but I've had my fun with Battlefield. I enjoyed Battlefield 4 and especially Battlefield 1. Battlefield 1 I put so much time into, but then 5 and especially 2042, I barely even touched those, if at all. I think I played the beta for 2042, but Battlefield 6 had a lot of hype behind it with the beta. I decided, you know what, I'll buy it, and I played maybe a total of like 15 matches. I don't know, man. It just, I think Battlefield is not for me. I like the faster pace. I know people describe it as like a chicken running with their head cut off Call of Duty gameplay. That is what I'm here for. It's not the most tactical. The games might not look quite as good as Battlefield 6, but something about it being more arcadey is what I really like out of my FPS. I also think that like the actual gunplay in Call of Duty does feel better. So Battlefield 6, we're gonna play that new battle royale that actually comes out today when I'm posting this video. I believe maybe yesterday when I'm posting this video. I'm not sure yet. So we're gonna try out the battle royale. Maybe that'll get me back in. Although that's free to play, I think. So it's like I didn't even need to buy Battlefield 6. So I definitely regret buying it. But you know what? It was nice to give it a shot. I haven't played a Battlefield in a while, so I'm happy to have given it a shot. I just don't think it's for me. I don't think I'll be buying the next Battlefield. Even though that's nothing against the quality of the game. I just literally prefer a different type of FPS, and there's only so much time for these big multiplayer shooters. Of course, we have another massive release for October, and that is Pokémon Legends ZA here. This is the Switch 2 edition. So I posted a full review of this, actually multiple videos giving my thoughts on it over on my main channel, Bo Talks Games. So I don't want to get too into the weeds here. There's been a lot of discussion about this game and the quality of Game Freak's titles on the Switch. I think this game is really good. I would say it's actually one of the best Pokemon games on Switch. I think if you were a diehard Pokemon fan, if you were there for X and Y and you loved X and Y, like I did, right? Like I love X and Y. This feels like a love letter to X and Y, right? We're finally getting all of these questions answered. This follow-up sequel that we were hoping we would get with a Pokemon Z or a Pokemon X2, Y2, whatever, and it's awesome. I love the new real-time combat. I think it's a lot of fun. Lumio City definitely has issues. There's definitely some pacing issues with how you're ranking up through the ZA Royale and then you're doing these mega rogue battles. And I think the gameplay loop could be a little tighter, but I do like having the daytime. You're running around Lumios doing these wild zones, catching Pokemon. Then at nighttime, you're doing the battle royale where you're fighting all these trainers. I think it's a really solid time. The music is some of the best in the series. I think the ending is one of the best in the series in terms of like the story and like the final boss and stuff like that. So yeah, Legends ZA, I did really enjoy. Definitely has issues. Not a perfect game by any means. But if you are a Pokemon fan who has been enjoying the past couple of Pokemon games, I think there's a very good chance that you will find some joy out of this game. And then just a few more games here that I have not put a ton of time into yet. So first up, Ghost of Yotai. I only played about an hour of this, and I actually turned it off because this one was actually right before ZA as well, because I realized like Tsushima is one of my favorite PlayStation games. It's one of my favorite PS4 games. I love Tsushima. In fact, I think Ghost of Yotei ranked as number 2 on my most anticipated list on this channel last year, maybe 2 or 3. Doom was number 1. That didn't go well for me. But I decided, you know what, Tsushima I had such a strong experience with because I played it when the director's cut came out. I had the Legends multiplayer experience on there as well, and the Iki Island DLC. I don't know if I'll actually end up waiting that long, but I kind of want to wait to play this until Legends comes out so I can just do it all at once, right? I don't want to play this and then get sucked back into Tsushima for the multiplayer. Like, I want to play it all at once. So as much as I am kind of really wanting to play this right now, I think it might be wise for me to just kind of wait on it, which I'm showing a level of restraint that I really have no reason to be showing. I could just play it, but there's something about waiting and having everything there, all the updates, New Game Plus, and just kind of waiting for that, platinum it then. We'll see if that holds true. I might still just end up playing it. I might break and crack it open again and restart it, but I think I'm going to try and wait for Legends to come out because I actually really enjoyed Tsushima Legends. But I will say from the hour I played, it's awesome. It's more Ghost, and I love Ghost of Tsushima, so I cannot wait to get back in there. I will say, though, I am still kind of itching for a big open-world Japanese game like that. I was thinking about maybe playing Rise of the Ronin finally, or honestly, even Assassin's Creed Shadows in the meantime. I know those games are not going to be as good as Yotei. I just know I'm not going to like them as much, but also I'm sure I'll still enjoy them. So I think I might honestly play Shadows next month when it comes to Switch 2, or maybe even get it on Black Friday on PS5 for like $30 if I can get it cheap. I'll do some cross save action there. But Ghost of Yotei, I just wanted to shout it out. I'm going to be playing it eventually, but I think it might be a little bit longer. I want to wait for that full experience. And then 2 final games, both of these are digital only. So Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. PvZ is one of my favorite games of all time, favorite tower defense game, especially, this is one of those games very early in our relationship I introduced to Olivia, and she loves PvZ even more than me, I would say. So we've been very excited for Replanted to come to modern consoles, especially Switch and PS5. We did the 100% trophies on PS3 years ago. So we've been very excited to platinum it together on PS5, but also for her to have it on Switch so she can play it on the go or watching TV, whatever. And this port has a lot of issues. There's a lot of like visual glitches, bugs that happen, which should not be happening in PvZ. What are we doing here? I don't understand how you can mess up PvZ, to be honest. But that aside, there are definitely times where like the little plant seed packets, the cards pop up on the screen and like the cursor just won't select it, right? There are definitely glitches. I know there's some issues with the music and how it doesn't ramp up like it used to anymore. It just goes full throttle from the start. Aside from the very glaring issues that I totally acknowledge, it's still PvZ and I'm really enjoying it. So we've already played through the story, the campaign. It's not very long, couple hours, if that, right? Going through all the levels. Now I'm going through doing a lot of the mini games, the survival stuff, and of course there is this new RIP mode where if you die once, you lose. And there's a trophy for that. So been fun, kind of rethinking my strategies in Plants vs. Zombies, kind of recontextualizing, okay, I really need to make sure I do not let a single zombie get to the house. I love PvZ, and this remake definitely has issues, but I'm still enjoying it a lot, and Olivia has been as well. We bought it on PS5 and Switch. She's actually visiting her family right now, and we made sure to, load it up on the Switch Lite so she can play it on the flight. I'm sure she already did like 2 playthroughs on there. So I'm happy it's on modern consoles. I just hope they patch it and fix it up a little bit and make it the best way to play PvZ1 right now, because as of right now, it's not. And then the final game I have been playing in the month of October is Ball X Pit, or just Ball Pit, I believe. So this was in an Indie World presentation, I want to say. It's out on Switch 2 right now. I'm playing it on PS5. I don't know if I like this game that much. It's weird because I love Vampire Survivors. I'm not a stranger to roguelikes. I love Rogue Legacy. I love Hades. So I definitely like roguelikes. There's something about this game, specifically with the base building, that it hasn't quite clicked yet. I'm going to keep giving it more time. Maybe it will click. But basically, you go into these levels. You have all these different characters that have these different balls they shoot out, and they kind of all play a little differently. And basically, you're playing as that character, and there are these enemy blocks coming down at you, kind of like a shmup, essentially, is how it plays. And that in of itself is fine. Fun gameplay loop. You're getting upgrades like you would in like Vampire Survivors. You have your 4 different types of balls that you get, but then also 4 upgrades, and then there's like ball fusion, so you can combine them, get more things, and just get completely overpowered. And that's just inherently a good gameplay loop. But there's something about this base building that just like I really am not into it. I don't know. So basically, after any given run, you go back to your base and you have to like plant crops and stuff and these buildings, and you have to like shoot your characters to like harvest them or build the buildings. And that part of the game has not clicked with me. It is admittedly a fraction of the game, right? It's not what you're doing most of the time, but something about the gameplay loop has not clicked with me the way I thought it would based on the trailers and based on what I was hearing from people playing the game. So I'm going to keep giving it more time. I think there is a potential for me coming back next month and saying, yeah, this is one of my favorite games ever. And like, I got over that hurdle. But as of right now, I'm just like, it's fine. You know, I'm not hooked on it like I was Vampire Survivors or Hades. But I see the appeal. And for those that like a little town building in their game, I guess that might be an attractive element as well. So I'm liking it enough right now to keep giving it a shot. And I think there is that, like I said, that potential I get over this hurdle and I end up really loving it. So that is going to do it for this month's Games I Played video. As always, let me know what you have been playing in the comments down below. I got a lot done this month. Tactics, Pokemon, and Trails in the Sky first chapter. Halfway through Memoir. Played a lot of PvZ. Actually, I did beat PvZ as well, I guess, although beating it really is only the beginning of the story with that game. And then just a couple other things. November is going to be, I think, a lighter month for me in terms of beating games, most notably because Black Ops 7 is coming out. I'm going to put a lot of time into that. But Hyrule Warriors and Kirby, I'll definitely be wrapping up those. And also Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest comes out in a couple of days. Very excited to hop into that. I would also like to play Tales of Xillia. I don't think it's in the cards for me right now. There's just too much happening. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more video game discussions and collecting content. Follow me on Twitter at BoTalksGames, my main YouTube channel where I cover Nintendo news at BoTalksGames. And until next time, folks, peace.